Okay, so this was our speedboat that we came with. And now we are in Aegina. As you can see, there's loads of yachts everywhere, small boats, fishing boats, everything like that. And this is the entrance to Aegina Island. There are all sorts of other smaller islands around as well, but for example, some of them are not even inhabited. And then off season, like in November that it is now, there's not as many boats going there as often. Look at this car. On this island they're growing a lot of pistachios. As you can see, even here in the port there's Aegina Pistachio Growers Cooperative. The island vibes seem to just be island vibes everywhere. Like this walk here, it could as well be Corfu. It's gorgeous blue waters. We might go for a swim as well. Oh yeah, and there is, I think that is our speedboat going back already, actually. So that's where we came from, that side. So it's just heading back to Athens. Fortunately, we have several hours here, so it will be very nice. And on the islands there's a little bit of more color, in a way that there's some red rooftops instead of white ones. And balconies are usually more colorful, so that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and there's everywhere cute kittens everywhere. Look at this one, cute cats everywhere. Ευχαριστώ. So this is the archaeological site and museum, and the Temple of Apollo is also in here, which is what we actually wanted to come to see mostly. But to see that, you also have to get the entrance to here. It's not too bad. It's $10 for an entrance here, and it includes all this and the museum as well. The weather is just amazing. I think it's 22 degrees at the moment, but I'm not actually sure. That's what the forecast said anyway. Feels really, really warm, nice and dry. Can't complain. Same as in the Acropolis Museum in Athens, a lot of different pots and amphoras and pieces from different things that they have dug up. And this is actually really amazing when you can dig up and, as you can see here, piece back together something that has been broken in the ground. And as you can see, some of them, they haven't found all the pieces of the pot. So this here is a new plaster, and it's also put together here with the new gypsum probably, or something like that. And all the pieces that they have pieced together. Of course, some pieces were just too broken and it wasn't possible. For example, here, a couple of middle pieces are what they didn't find while excavating, but this one is pretty full example. And some of them have been found quite intact, not so broken at all, because this one hasn't even had many pieces that were pieced together, for example. So of course it depended on as well if it was a thinner kind of vase, amphora or storage jar, or if it was something that was thicker and less likely to break down. But the sheer amount of things that have been found and that are even 2,000 years before Christ, some of them, which means that they are 4,000 years old. It's pretty cool. Of course, I only show you a tiny bit of all that. there is so much here actually, but come here yourself and see the place and enjoy all the pieces that they have out for the exhibition. And this is the garden of the archaeological site. It's just the sheer amount of things that have been dug up from here. It's just so awesome. And like when I was a teenager, I was always thinking that this would be my ideal job, to just sit somewhere with a little brush and try and brush out all these archaeological things. And actually it is still my dream job, but I don't think that I will actually ever do it as a job. But it just sounds so chill and awesome, and the happiness when you find something, and then when you're trying to find some more pieces of something and more, it's just so cool. This is Temple of Apollo, with the spire there in the middle as well. This is actually awesome. It's like we are having our own private tour here. This is pretty quiet at the moment. I guess it's also midday and most people are going for a swim or for a siesta or having some food, rather than climbing up somewhere on the hill in the blazing sunshine. Of course you can't walk everywhere. For example, you can't walk there. This job here is not even nearly finished. They're still continuing to dig up all these bits and pieces of the old ruins. Look at the views. This is just amazing. But yeah, wouldn't you like to work here and just use a little brush and dig out these old ruins and find what is where. This one is Apollon temple. And the blue sea. Just absolutely dreamy. Amazing place to visit. As I said before, I just love Greece. I love the atmosphere, I love the music, I love the culture, the language, everything. Just so chill. And some of these gardens here, I'm not sure what trees these are, because these are not apple trees. So they could be maybe pears. And another massive few agaves here. And this, what looks like a tree that is growing out of the agave, is actually agave flower. And I just learned that once they have finished blooming, then agave dies. Oh, of course, just realized that these are actually pistachio trees. Of course, I should have realized it earlier, because I was just telling you in the beginning of the video how this island is very known for growing its pistachios. So in here we definitely have to eat something with pistachio when we are going out. The color of the water, I just can't get over how blue it always is on all these islands. Just the best thing ever. Just have to watch out where we are stepping. But this is actually a beach where you can swim all the way to down there. And I think in the other end there's also changing cabins where you can change your clothes. gorgeous. And the sea air is so nice. You can just feel it. Of course, you wouldn't go to swim from here because, as you can see, there's just so much seaweed washed up here. So that side is not perfect for it, but that side there is a bit more, basically there's no jump to the sea, and there's also a bit more sandy / stony beach. Boat traffic is pretty busy here. There's 2 more there again. One coming, one going. It's fairly rocky, so wouldn't really want to jump in anywhere. And as you can see in the beginning here, there's just so much of the seaweed in the water as well. All this dark line there is all the seaweed that is also washed up on the shore in here, but then it's still wet there in the water, like soup. Again, there's some really cool art and crafts. Little doors with Aegina Island's writings. A lot of pottery, a lot of cool pottery. But we also found the bookstore a little earlier, and look what I got for myself. Gone with the Wind in Greek. So that will definitely help me with my Greek studies, and I love Gone with the Wind, so this will be something to help me learn again. This is really close to the port, really easy in the port, kind of just 1 street away. Lots of little nice stores and totally random stores too. There's some seriously cool t-shirts here, so I'm probably gonna walk back here after we have some meal and get something. Look at this one, ACHD, highway to, hey look, a squirrel. Or this one, I need glasses. Or this one, can we fix it? No, it's fucked. So much variety of all sorts of things. Pistachio. And so this was the island, and we went to a couple of more places. We went for some food, and now it is time to start seeing when our ferry is going back. This yacht there is really cute, isn't it? Thanks for watching. Bye!